You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Just minutes after an earth-shattering walk-off from Garrett Arnold and the Cardinals, we do it all over again. The Ball State Cardinals playing host to the Toledo Rockets for Game 2 of this Sunday doubleheader and Game 3 of this weekend series. I'm Roen Elbert taking you the whole way through. And boy, oh boy, Game 2 of this series was insane, and technically Game 1 of this doubleheader. To recap, we played the beginning of Game 2, or the first 8 innings, I should say, yesterday. However, lightning in the area forced us to move the end to today. And boy, oh boy, did the Cardinals come prepared. Toledo took the lead in the top of the 9th inning. It looked like all hopes were dashed for the Cardinals. But Dylan Grego, an RBI triple, driving in Grant Miller, tied the ball game at 7, and Garrett Arnold ended up driving in Dylan Grego for an 8-7 Ball State victory. Doesn't get much better than that. I don't know how you top that, but if there's one thing I've learned from calling this sport for such a long time is that you always set the bar high. And the bar has been raised here at Shebeck Stadium. The fans here hunkering down as rain is starting to slightly come in. Lineups were just issued out. And for both teams, it's more of the same, really. But for right now, Ball State, they are looking to continue an 8-game win streak. And also a 5-game win streak all-time against the Toledo Rockets. The last time Toledo won here at Shebeck Stadium here in Muncie, back in 2021, Toledo has not had the best of luck against the Cardinals. And in postseason play, going back to 2006, the Cardinals lead that 3-0. Overall, Ball State has dominated the Rockets in the past few years. Toledo looking to right the wrongs in Game 3 of this weekend series and Game 2 of this Sunday doubleheader. Hopefully the rain holds off. The Cardinals could probably play through this type of rain, this kind of light rain. We don't know about any kind of lightning or thunder, though. It's not expected, but you never really know. So we'll keep an eye out for that as we move on. It is expected we will play the full 9 innings in this game, and we'll get you to that as soon as possible. We're going to take it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Here we have the starting lineups for your Ball State Cardinals and the Toledo Rockets. During that last commercial break, I broke what I think is a world record for fastest amount of time writing out the lineup card. Here we go. For the Toledo Rockets, leading us off is Caden Konzak in right field. Behind him at shortstop, it's Charlie Chauvin. Batting third, it's Luke Walton, the left fielder. In the cleanup spot, it's Troy Sudbrook, who ended up tying the game for Toledo in the top of the 9th with a triple. Batting fifth behind them, catching Braden White for the 3rd straight game for Toledo. Batting sixth, it's Cole Cahill, the first baseman. 7th, it's Trey Mariano, the DH, who pinch hit in the last game. Batting 8th, Number 6, the center fielder Luke Lito, and 9th, playing second base, Brandon Lusick. The starting pitcher on the day for the Rockets, it's Jackson Bergman. Bergman, a 9.7 ERA on the season, an 0-2 record to his name. Through 4 starts, has only pitched a combined 8 innings. Now to the Ball State Cardinals. Leading us off, it's Alex Richter. Playing third base. Playing DH, it's Houston King. In the 3 spot, shortstop Dylan Grego. Batting cleanup, it's the second baseman Nick Hasofsky. Batting 5th, the walk-off hero, Garrett Arnold. Batting 6th, the left fielder Corbin Griffin. Batting 7th, the first baseman Blake Beavis. Batting 8th, it's Clay Jacobs out in right field. And 9th, it's Gavin Bayless in center. The starting pitcher for your Cardinals, it's Connor Hutchinson, the sophomore, with a 6.9 ERA. And the thing with Hutchinson, it's very common. He has been the Sunday guy for the Cardinals. How it usually goes with these weekend series, and I'm sure what we'll see, barring any kind of injury next weekend against Xavier on the road, is we'll see Keegan Johnson on Friday, Jacob Hartlove on Saturday, and Connor Hutchinson on Sunday. That's kind of just the expectation we're used to. Ball State looking for 8 wins in a row, considering that last season they started conference play with a 1-7 record. It's astounding that we have gotten to this point where they are now 5-0 in the MAC, looking to go 6-0 in just a matter of hours potentially. And for this Ball State team, looking to just continue the momentum. There's nothing that can give you more momentum in a doubleheader than walking it off in Game 1. Ball State doing it right there. This is Game 2 of a Sunday doubleheader. Game 3 of the weekend series. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Rain coming down a bit harder now at Chebeck Stadium. Cardinals playing through it. Connor Hutchinson on the mound for Ball State. A 6.97 ERA to his name. As we just went through the starting lineups, we are getting ready for first pitch. Fairly overcast day, as you would expect with this kind of rain, this kind of weather. It's been in the Muncie area, the Indiana area for that matter, all weekend. As it's going to be Jackson Bergman on the mound for Toledo, Connor Hutchinson on the mound for the Ball State Cardinals. Should be interesting to see what we get out of this matchup. And I'm sure many are anticipating it just as much as I am. Caden Konzak will lead us off for the Toledo Rockets. Konzak going into this doubleheader had a .231 average. In the last game, he had a solo home run, but all in all ended up going 1 for 4 with a hit by pitch as well. Hutchinson, the right-handed pitcher for the Cardinals, against the lefty in Konzak. And you can hear it, the rain starting to come down harder and harder. They can play through this kind of weather, especially with the turf field. The question is, if there's any kind of lightning or thunder, that's when we have the issue of delaying, canceling, that kind of thing. Hutchinson, righty on lefty, the first pitch to Konzak. Fastball finds the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Connor Hutchinson starting off this outing the right way. Takes a deep breath. Now his 0-1 delivery. There's the breaking ball. Just misses low for ball one. And it becomes an issue if the rain is too heavy. Hutchinson, can he even see home plate? That's the thing. You have to keep that into account. Hutchinson's 1-1. Fastball, fouls it down. Just getting the tip of it is Konzak. Cardinals today, as they did in their last game, red jerseys, white lettering, white pants, red hats. It's a 1-2 count to Caden Konzak. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Fandom for strike 3. Hutchinson, 1 up, 1 down. That is how you start an outing, my friend. Connor Hutchinson doing it the right way. Fastball, top half of the zone, blows by him. Toledo in their blue uniforms with yellow lettering, white trim, gray pants, and blue hats. It's Charlie Chauvin, the right-handed batter, the shortstop for Toledo in the second spot. 1 away already here in the top of the first. First pitch. Fastball, fouls it back behind him. We begin 0-1 to Chauvin. Now remember, if weather becomes an issue, what constitutes a full game would be a complete 5 innings. They could call it a full game, let's say, if the Cardinals lead after the top of the 5th. That's not the expectation. The expectation is that we will play 9 today, but it may come to that. You never know. Hutchinson, his 0-1. Fastball low and away, in and out of the glove of Arnold. 1 ball, 1 strike for Garrett Arnold. That's got to be interesting. You're the walk-off hero in game 1, and then it's right back to business. No celebration or a short time to celebrate. Right back to business. Hutchinson steps off of the rubber. Now he's back on with 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody aboard for Toledo here in the top of the first. The 1-1 breaking ball drops below the zone, but catches it on the bottom for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Currently no score here in this top of the first inning. Hutchinson, a deep breath. The 1-2 delivery on the way. Fastball, tried to blow it by him, misses low and away, all the way to the backstop. No harm, no foul, as nobody was on base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connor Hutchinson on Charlie Chauvin. Collects himself. Now is 2-2. Fastball. Chauvin, are they trying to say no? Garrett Arnold was trying to say on the low and away fastball that Chauvin went. First base umpire disagrees. Full count with Hutchinson and Chauvin. The 3-2. Fastball hammered out to center field, a fly ball. Bayless is on it now, cheating towards right center. Makes the catch for the second out. Now up comes Luke Walton, the left fielder for Toledo. Walton, only 1 hit in this entire weekend series against the Cardinals. It's righty on lefty, the second left-handed batter Hutchinson will have to face in this first inning. He takes a deep breath. Now the first pitch. He goes fastball, paints the outside part of the zone. We begin 0-1 to Walton. On deck for Toledo, it's a guy that was supposed to be the hero, and it's going to be overshadowed, but I want to give him credit. It's Troy Sudbrook. 0-1. Back to the fastball, gets the inside part of the zone at the thighs of Walton, the lefty. 0-2. Sudbrook, he tied the game, or he took the lead for Toledo in the top of the 9th inning. Cardinals just rallied back, putting up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win it. The 0-2. Hutchinson fastball low and away. We continue on with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, no score here in the top of the first inning. We are just getting started with game 2 of this doubleheader. 1-2. Fastball, hard hit grounder right up the gut. Rolls into center field. Luke Walton a single. Now up comes Troy Sudbrook. Like I mentioned, he was a hero for Toledo just minutes ago. It looked like, honestly, just from an objective standpoint, it looked like Toledo right there. Sudbrook may have won the game. However, because you're going up against Logan Jones, their best relief option in that bottom of the ninth. Cardinals got to him. Now, I don't know if you could ever really doubt this Ball State team after what they went through in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch. Fastball reaches for it foul on the left side. It's the left-handed batter in Troy Sudbrook, the right-handed pitcher in Connor Hutchinson. We begin 0-1. On deck, it's Braden White for the Rockets. 0-1. Fastball, he's on top of it. The swing and a miss. Hutchinson has him 0-2. Braden White now batting cleanup for Toledo, switching spots with Cole Cahill. The 0-2 to Sudbrook on the way. Outside trying to paint the zone. Back to the breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner on first in Walton for Toledo. No score in the top of the first inning. Hutchinson looks down, looks over at first now. A deep breath and a 1-2 delivery. Fastball upstairs. We're now even at 2. Hutchinson touching around 92 miles per hour with that fastball. His breaking stuff, it's hard to exactly diagnose what it is, but it's around 82. 2-2, swing and a miss, drops below the zone. Hutchinson's second strikeout. And that'll do it for the top of the first inning. We head into the bottom of the first. Toledo, a 1-0 advantage. Toledo and the Cardinals, tied at 0. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Bottom of the first inning. Cardinals and Rockets tied at 0, game 2 of a doubleheader. I'm Roen Elbert, taking you the whole way through as I have all week. Jackson Bergman on the mound for Toledo, starting us off. Bergman, a 9.72 ERA to his name. 4 starts, he's pitched a combined 8 innings. And for most Toledo starters, they really haven't gone far into these games at all. I think this is quite telling of what we're going to see later on today. We may see more of a bullpen-like day for Toledo. It's not intended to be that way. As a matter of fact, Bergman, he pitched the 3rd most amount of innings on this Rockets team last season. He had a 3.94 ERA, the 2nd best ERA in the MAC, and he was 13th in the MAC in opposing batting average at 273. Now, to lead us off for the Ball State Cardinals, it's Alex Richter, the 3rd baseman. In the last game, I was thinking about saying yesterday, but really yesterday and today. In the last game of this weekend series, Richter ended up going 1 for 3 with a solo home run, 2 strikeouts. However, a walk and a hit by pitch. Righty on lefty, lefty batter in Richter. Bergman delivers. First pitch slider down the gut, 0-1. Bergman going to the breaking stuff early with Houston King on deck for the Cardinals, 0-1. Back to the slider, that time well inside at the knees to the lefty Alex Richter. We now remain even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball hammered, a ground ball foul on the third base line. Moves the count now to 1-2 on Alex Richter. In that bottom of the 9th of game 1 of the doubleheader, Richter, he was due up. It was the top of the order due up for the Cardinals. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bergman lets it fly. Slider, bottom half of the zone, unable to catch it. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alex Richter with Houston King on deck. The 2-2. Back to the slider, gets him looking on the top half of the zone. Strike 3, Richter is retired. Both pitchers starting off today with a strikeout. Hutchinson had 2 in the top of the first inning for the Cardinals. Jackson Bergman already getting us going with 1. Houston King, he's now up. Right-handed pitcher in Bergman, lefty hitter in King. The first pitch. Hanging slider high and away to the lefty. 1 ball, no strikes. King yet to have a hit going into that bottom of the 9th, but he delivered, getting on base for the Cardinals. 1-0, fouls it behind him. We're now even at 1. He hits the single with 1 out, and then a pinch runner comes in. It's Grant Miller. Grego drives him in with an RBI triple to tie it. 1-1. The slider is fouled off to the left. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Houston King with 1 away. Here in the bottom of the first, nobody aboard. No score, 1-2. Slider hangs outside yet again for Bergman. We are now even at 2 on King. Here's the 2-2 to King. Back to it, and he hammers it back towards the on-deck circle. Dylan Grego had to flinch there. Wow. Foul ball, though, nonetheless, 2-2. I talked about in the last broadcast, Grego is cool and calm under pressure. That time, I think we got a break from that. 2-2. Slider inside. King had to duck back. Full count at the plate to King. Bergman keeps going back to that slider, but let's see if he can control it. Full count at the plate to King. The 3-2. Back to the breaking ball. It's elevated left center field. Gets down over the shortstop Chauvin's head. A single for Houston King. He's got quite the fan club out here. Up comes Dylan Grego. Glad to see people excited to be out here at the ballpark on even a rainy, sunny afternoon like that. That's why you can't beat Cardinal fans, can you? Bergman the righty against Grego the lefty for the Cardinals. He had the tying RBI triple in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch. That time goes with the breaking ball, misses outside. 1-0 count. We really haven't seen Bergman go with any kind of fastball yet. We'll see if that changes in a 1-0 to Grego. Back to the slider. It's popped up on the left side, foul. We move to 1-1 on Dylan Grego with King on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Still no score. The common trend for all of these Cardinal Rocket matchups has mainly been low scoring in the beginning, high scoring towards the end. 1-1. Slider low in the dirt. Braden White, the catcher, picks it up, making sure King doesn't move a muscle off of the bag. 2 balls and 1 strike on Dylan Grego. Bergman looking over at first. A deep breath from Bergman. Now the 2-1. Slider to chopper over to second base. In and out of the glove of Lucic. King slides into second base. He's somehow able to throw it to first to get Grego out. Braden Lucic, the second baseman, in and out of his glove. But now here at second base, it's King, 2 away. So the Cardinals do have a runner in scoring position.
Second baseman, number 13, Nick Hosofsky.
Now, Nick Hosofsky, he had a 3-run home run in the last game. That was his only base hit, however. Righty on righty, first pitch. Slider inside and low, bites the zone just barely. Bergman looks back behind at second on King. Now the 0-1. Back to the slider. It's a bit inside, however, at the belt line they call it a strike. 0-2 count. Bergman gets his signs. Now he steps off of the rubber. Hosofsky is ready for him whenever he is ready. And here he goes. 0-2 with 2 away, a runner on second. Slider popped up deep into center field. Luke Lido is on it in front of the warning track for the 3rd out. That'll do it for the first inning. We head into the top of the second. We are tied here at 0. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From trivia night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Top of the second already. Cardinals and Rockets all knotted up at 0. Connor Hutchinson continues his outing on the mound for the Cardinals. His first inning around, he struck out 2 batters, gave up 1 hit, however. Due up for Toledo, it's going to be Braden White to start us off, then Cole Cahill, then Trey Mariano. Hutchinson going into this game, his ERA approaching 7, however looking to lower that, as he's been the main Sunday guy all season in these weekend series. That may change as we head closer and closer to postseason action, but for now, Hutchinson is the Sunday guy for the Cardinals. Righty on righty with White. To lead off the top of the second, here's the first pitch. The fastball high and in for ball 1. Hutchinson, we've seen really a 3-pitch combination with the fastball, and then he's got a couple of breaking pitches he's been going with. 1-0. Back to the fastball, catches the inside part of the zone right above the belt line of White. Braden White in the last game had a solo home run to tie it in the top of the 8th. Here's the 1-1. Back to it, fouls it back, and I think that went off of the helmet of Garrett Arnold, it appears. It sounded like either the backswing from White dinged Arnold on the helmet, his catcher's mask went flying off, or even the ball itself. Arnold didn't even flinch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think it's just the adrenaline from Garrett Arnold. After you hit a walk-off home run, a walk-off base hit, it's hard to beat that. 1-2. Slider check swing. He went. Hutchinson gets him on the outside. His third strikeout of the day. Now up comes Cole Cahill for Toledo. Cahill enters this doubleheader with the highest batting average on this Toledo roster at .279. Left-handed batter, first pitch. Goes with the fastball, misses low for ball one. For reference, the highest batting average on the Cardinals is Garrett Arnold, the catcher, well above 400. Hutchinson's 1-0. Goes breaking ball. Slider catches the outside part of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 1 away here in the top of the second inning, we are all tied at 0. The 1-1. Back to the fastball. It's elevated into shallow left. Grego, the shortstop, unable to come up with it. Lands in front of Corbin Griffin out in left field. That will be a single for Cole Cahill. Now up comes Trey Mariano, a right-handed batter playing the DH position for Toledo. In the last game had 2 at-bats, was unable to get on base in either of them. Cahill on first, 1 out here in the top of the second. We are all tied at 0 between the Cardinals and the Rockets. Hutchinson looks over, now delivers. Slider leaves it off foul on the right side. We begin 0-1 to Mariano in his second season as a Rocket. Before that, had a season at Herkmeyer College. He hit .293 in his freshman season there. 5 home runs in 40 games, 36 RBIs. Also a base-stealing threat there with 18 stolen bags. Hasn't had a stolen bag this year, however. 0-1 to Mariano. Back to the fastball, misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mariano with Cahill on first base. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Mariano, a .179 batting average going into this game, .171 on the season. The 1-1. Fastball is able to catch it on the bottom half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Connor Hutchinson has Trey Mariano where he wants him. Mariano, his father Ty, played at Siena. Baseball running through his blood. 1-2. Slider, it's a bouncer to Grego at shortstop. Sends it to second. The turn to first. Did he get him? Yes, he did. Double play for the Cardinals. Dylan Grego turns it on for the double play. That'll send us to the bottom of the second inning. We are all tied at 0. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From trivia night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Bottom of the second action from Shebeck Stadium. Cardinals and the Toledo Rockets all tied at 0. Jackson Bergman still on the mound for the Rockets, continuing his start. The last time around gave up a base hit to Houston King, however, has a strikeout and retired the other 3 batters he faced. He has quite the challenge, though, as we lead off the bottom of the second inning with Garrett Arnold. Arnold in his last at-bat won it for the Cardinals in Game 1 of this doubleheader. and you could tell the emotion was painted all over his face. Righty on righty first pitch. Goes with the fastball, unable to catch it inside. We begin with 1 ball, no strikes. Garrett Arnold has been arguably the most consistent hitter on this Cardinal roster, a .447 average, OPS well in the thousands. Goes back to the fastball high and away. 2-0 to Garrett Arnold. The transfer from Newman. 2-0. Slider fouls it back behind, just above the backstop. We move now to 2 balls and 1 strike on Garrett Arnold. Arnold 8 RBIs on the season. That 8th RBI, arguably the most important, bringing in Dylan Grego to win game 1. The 2-1. Slider gets the inside part of the zone at the knees to Arnold. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Arnold to lead us off in the bottom of the second. Still no score. The 2-2. Slider gets the chase on the outside. Bergman with his 2nd strikeout of the day. 1 up, 1 down, bottom of the 2nd inning. Up comes Corbin Griffin now for Ball State, the left fielder. Played right in the last game.
Left fielder, number 19, Corbin Griffin.
Back-to-back games with a home run for Corbin Griffin. The first pitch. Slider just misses outside to the lefty for ball 1. And that last home run he hit it opposite field. 1-0. Goes to the fastball just too high. 2 balls, no strikes on Corbin Griffin. Griffin also going into this game with a .400 average. The 2-0. Hammers it foul off to the left, just above the Cardinal dugout. You can tell they're having a laugh about that. 2 balls and 1 strike. They are keeping warm down there, I will say. It is fairly cold today. The 2-1. Slider low and away, misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. I was down there before the game. I caught up with Coach Maloney for a bit. The 3-1 from Bergman now. Slider right down Broadway, strike 2. We have a full count with 1 away, nobody aboard. And they had heaters all over the place. Down in the dugout before the game. 3-2. Back to the slider. He gets him looking. The 2nd backwards K for Jackson Bergman today. His 3rd strikeout on the day, period. 2 up, 2 down, bottom of the 2nd. Up comes Blake Beavis in the 7th spot. He went 2 for 4 in the last game, including a solo home run. I actually have to give credit to Coach Maloney. I was standing right in front of one of those heaters. He told me to get out of the way before I set myself on fire. First pitch, slider misses low for ball 1. And yeah, those things are hot. It's one of those fancy heaters, if that's the word you want to describe it as. The 1-0. Fastball up high for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Blake Beavis. Beavis approaching 300 with the average, going into this game batting .292. The 1-1. Slider low and away, misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. It's a bouncer on the first base line. It just goes fair. Rounding all the way to the warning track. Beavis to first, over to second. Will he go for third? No, he stays put. The cutoff man. And Charlie Chauvin, the shortstop, keeps him put. A double for Blake Beavis. The 2nd hit of the day for the Cardinals. Looking to get a 2-out rally going with Clay Jacobs stepping into the box for the Cardinals. Jacobs batting lefty. He opened up part 2, I guess you could call it, of yesterday's game. And technically this morning's game. Saw 2 pitches and swung at both of them. Righty on lefty, lefty batter in Jacobs, a runner on second. First pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. He was above it. 0-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cardinals and Rockets all tied at 0. Still no score. 0-1 from Bergman. Slider inside, went back to it. Bergman, again, trying to build that tunnel. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Bergman trying to build that pitch tunnel. Now that he was missing it inside, let's see what he goes with here. Looks back at second, now the 1-1. Back to the breaking ball. Fouls it off behind him to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Clay Jacobs. Jacobs, a graduate student in his 3rd season as a Cardinal, transferred in from Edison State. He gets ready with Beavis on second. The 1-2 pitch. Goes fastball, low and away, misses. We are now even at 2 on Jacobs. On deck for the Cardinals with 2 outs. We'll see if we get to see him in this bottom of the 2nd. It's Gavin Bayless in the 9-hole. The 2-2. Slider unable to bite it on the bottom half. Full count. Jacobs remaining patient. Going into this doubleheader, Jacobs has a .379 on base. The 3-2 to Jacobs. Low and away. Jacobs draws the walk. Now runners on first and second. First walk of the game for either team. Now up comes Gavin Bayless, the center fielder. Bayless batting 9th. And what he's done in the 9 spot for the Cardinals is nothing you would really expect from a 9-hole hitter. Batting it well above 300. Righty on righty, 2 away. Bergman, the first pitch. Slider in the dirt. It gets away from Braden White. Runners advance to second and third. 2 in scoring position now for the Cardinals. 1-0 count to Bayless. He's looking to empty the bases here in the bottom of the 2nd. However, 2 outs. Still a 0-0 ball game. One-0 from Bergman. Slider, ground ball, hit the second base. Lucet collects, sends it to first. He got him, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 2nd. Cardinals leave 2 stranded in scoring position. Top of the 3rd we go. Cardinals and Rockets all tied at 0. We've got a pitching duel on our hands. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
We return with top of the 3rd action. Cardinals and Rockets all knotted up at 0. I'm Roen Elbert. It's been a pitching duel thus far. Connor Hutchinson for Ball State on the mound right now. He has struck out 3 batters, only allowing 2 hits. No walks to his name, obviously no runs. For Toledo, it's been Jackson Bergman, who has walked 1, given up 2 hits, however, 3 strikes of his own, 3 strikeouts of his own. And Luke Lido will lead us off for the top of the 3rd for this Rockets team. Going into this doubleheader, batting 130. Right-handed pitcher in Hutchinson against the lefty in Luke Lido. Wind blowing softly out to the right, an overcast day with rain coming in and out of the Muncie area. For now, it has stopped. I say for now for a good reason. First pitch. Fastball outside for ball 1 on the lefty Lido. Luke Lido, a first-year Rocket, spent the last 2 seasons with Kansas. He was a Jayhawk. Hutchinson's 1-0. Goes slider, hangs outside, low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Lido last year batted .261 as a Jayhawk. Hutchinson's 2-0. Fastball, tries to blow it by him. It's popped up foul on the left side, going out of reach for Alex Richter, the third baseman. A 2-1 count now to Luke Lido. Before his 2 years at Kansas, he had a year with LSU. He was considered at one point in the class of 2018 one of, if not the best recruits in the country. The 2-1. A bouncer over to the second base side. Beavis, the first baseman, collects it, underhands it to the pitcher, and Hutchinson, he steps on the bag for the out. The classic 3-1 out to get us started for the top of the 3rd inning.
Second baseman, number 17, Brandon Lusick.
Now up comes Brandon Lusick, the second baseman for Toledo. It's righty on righty. A .214 average going into this doubleheader. In the last game, he went 1 for 4. Righty on righty, Hutchinson first pitch. Slider hangs up high for ball 1, well upstairs to Lusick. The sophomore, who in the 9 spot has brought some good defensive production for this Toledo team. 1-0. Fastball low and away. We move to 2-0. Lusick so far playing second base mainly with a little bit of DH as well. He played DH in game 1 of this 3-game series, moved him over to second. The 2-0. Fastball catches the bottom half. 2 balls and 1 strike now for Connor Hutchinson. That fastball touching in the 90s, the low 90 area. Kind of where you'd expect it. 2-1 pitch. Back to the fastball, too high. It was straight away above the belt line to Lusick. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hutchinson looking to avoid his first walk of the ball game here at the top of the 3rd inning. 3-1 pitch. Fastball. There it is again for a strike. That time more towards the bottom of the zone. Full count now with 1 out. Nobody aboard here in the top of the 3rd for Toledo. We're tied at 0. 3-2. Fastball. He got him looking. Hutchinson's 4th strikeout is a backwards K. 2 up, 2 down, top of the 3rd. Back to the top of the order we go with Caden Konzak. Righty on lefty. If Hutchinson wants a 1-2-3 inning, he's going to have to work for it. The first pitch to the lefty. Slider hangs low and away for ball 1. Konzak in his 4th season here at the Division I level. All with Toledo. The 1-0. Fastball. It's a bouncer on the right side. It gets by to the outfield. Konzak with a single, giving Hutchinson his 3rd hit of the ball game. So now up comes Charlie Chauvin, the shortstop, the sophomore who has made quite the impact on Toledo ever since he got on campus, really. Righty on righty our matchup. And it's interesting to note with Chauvin and Konzak, the connection being high school teammates. Hutchinson. The first pitch to Chauvin. Konzak, he takes off for second. It's a strike. Arnold's throw over to second. Not in time. But now they're saying, did he step off of the bag? No. That's what the Cardinals were hoping for. But a stolen base for Caden Konzak. That's his 2nd of the season. Now with the runner in scoring position, Charlie Chauvin looking to drive in his high school teammate. They played 1 season together at Olentangy High School out in Ohio. Chauvin was a freshman then. Konzak a senior. And now here we are again. An 0-1 count. The umpires do convene. They're going to talk about this, whether or not Konzak was out at second. Will we see a video review? That is the question. Now they convene with both managers. Rich Maloney coming out of the dugout on the left side. Yep, now they're jogging towards the video review area. They're going to look at this.
Players under further review.
Now, let's say Konzak was off of the bag and Grego applied the tag. Then what we would see is the third out. This inning is over. However, there's a lot that weighs into this because now you got a runner in scoring position for one of Toledo's most dangerous hitters in Charlie Chauvin. There's a lot to think about here. I couldn't get a clear vantage point. It looks like he was safe initially. I don't think there's any kind of argument with that. However, I think it comes down to, did he go off of the bag and was there a tag applied? Very overcast day here at Shebeck Stadium here in Muncie. Wind blowing softly out to the right. Pretty cold day. We were not expecting that. I went to go put my polo on today, and then I looked at the temperature. I'm like, oh, no. The pullover is back in style. The pullover is back out. I thought I put it away for the spring and summer seasons. I thought I was done with it. I thought I was hanging it up. I guess not. And the fans who are outside here at Shebeck Stadium, they're going through the whole 9 miles with it, including the players out on the field as well. You see them with the arm sleeves, the windbreakers, all that they can have. Everybody in the dugout as well with the heaters. Like I mentioned, I was in the dugout pregame, and they had about 3 heaters in the dugout. Still looking at this video review, again, the argument is whether or not Caden Konzak is safe or out at second. Did he go off of the bag, and was the tag applied? The question is it enough to overturn? With any sport, any kind of video review, that is always going to be the question. Is it enough to overturn? And I just don't know. They've been looking at it now for a solid 2 minutes. We'll have to wait and see what the call is. Call on the field was safe. That is the important thing. So Toledo already has the advantage in that realm. But Charlie Chauvin is in the box for the Rockets in an 0-1 count with potentially a runner on second or the end of the top of the third inning. Again, no score. 0-0 we are right now. And that's how most of these games have gone against Toledo. Low scoring in the beginning, but it's picked up more towards the end. A pitching duel is the perfect way to describe this between Hutchinson and Bergman. Both guys so far in the first 3 innings have brought their A game. Umpires still discussing this play, and we see Konzak, he's at second base for Toledo talking with and they call him out. That's the end of the top of the third. Cardinals were right to be upset about the call on the field. Konzak, it looked like he was maybe chirping at some Cardinals, maybe some friendly banter there. However, he's out at second. And that'll take us into the bottom of the third inning. We are all tied at 0. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Bottom of the third, action at Shebeck Stadium. 0-0 our score. I'm Roen Elbert, taking you the whole way through of this weekend series. Game 3 we're in. An overcast day with rain coming in and out of the area. Jackson Bergman still on the mound for Toledo. What a day he's had. Going into this matchup with a 9.7 ERA. However, he's been trying to lower that with 3 strikeouts, no runs allowed so far, 2 hits and 1 walk. Leading us off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the third is the top of the order with Alex Richter. He struck out looking last time around. A slider right down the middle got him exactly where Bergman wanted him. Here we go as we get started for the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to the lefty Richter. Slider fouls it down. We begin 0-1, righty on lefty, our matchup. Jackson Bergman in his junior season, all 3 at Toledo. Here's the 0-1. Back to the slider, building that tunnel, gets it down the gut. 0-2 now on Richter. Jackson Bergman, his father Sean, drafted by the Detroit Tigers, played 7 seasons in the majors. 0-2. Back to the slider, got him looking again. Richter back-to-back backwards Ks on him. What a way to open up the bottom of the third for Jackson Bergman. Houston King now steps up. He singled his last time around. A left-handed batter again for Bergman to face. And he won't get out of that as Grego is due up. He's a switch hitter. First pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate to King. 0-1 as King collects himself with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The 0-1. Slider unable to bite it on the outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bergman takes a deep breath. Now he lets it fly. Slider just on the outside. King is able to keep his swing in check. 2-1 count. It looked tempting for King. How could you really blame him? Right on the edge of the plate. Here's the 2-1. Back to it. Bouncer just gets through on left center field. King rounds first. He wants it all. He's going for second. No, he has to go back. He wanted second, but he couldn't get it. Lusick, the second baseman, the cutoff man, stopping him in his tracks. And as you can hear, Houston King, he's got his own little section here. The Houston King fan club. That's got a ring to it. Dylan Grego, the switch hitter, steps into the box for the Cardinals. He's 0 for 1 today. He's batting lefty against the righty pitcher, Bergman. With King on first. First pitch. Slider outside for ball 1. We did see Grego drive in. Not really King. King got on base, but drove in Grant Miller, who was pinch running for him in the first game. 1-0. Back to the slider. It's low and away, missing on Grego. 2-0 our count with 1 out in the bottom of the third. 0-0 the score with King on first for the Cardinals. Bergman looks over. Now it's 2-0. Back to the slider. It's in the air, deep to left field. Caught for the second out by the Rockets' Luke Walton. Now up, it's Nick Hasefsky. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He had a 3-run home run in the last game, however. Righty on righty. Bergman now, he gets to catch a little bit of a break, finally going up against a right-handed hitter. Houston King on first, 2 away in the bottom of the third. First pitch slider, fouls it back behind him. We begin 0-1 to Nick Hasefsky. On deck for the Cardinals, it's Garrett Arnold, the walk-off hero in Game 1. The 0-1. Slider, it's in the air, over the head of the shortstop Chauvin into left field. Nick Hasovsky, the single. Now up comes Garrett Arnold for Ball State. He struck out swinging. Bergman got him on the slider on the outside, got him on the chase. Let's see what Arnold brings to the table this time around. A .533 on base percentage. In this sport, what many like to call you fail 70% of the time. If you're getting on base 50% of the time, that's insane. First pitch. Slider catches the inside at the knees of the right-handed batter, Garrett Arnold. We begin 0-1. Bergman resets. His 0-1 to Garrett Arnold. Back to the breaking ball. It's a bouncer on the third base side. Sudbrook collects it, and he just steps on the third base bag, retiring King. And that'll do it for this third inning. Still a 0-0 ball game. That'll take us into the top of the fourth. Ball State and Toledo. A pitching duel is what we have had so far. You are listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Back with top of the fourth action at Shebeck Stadium. Cardinals and Rockets all knotted up at 0. Connor Hutchinson still working for Ball State. He's only allowed 3 hits on the day. And he's all the way up with the strikeout number with 3. He has been on fire, hasn't walked anybody. Let's see if that continues with Charlie Chauvin, who is up. He had an at-bat in the third inning. However, he was never out because Konzak on first base got caught stealing at second. So we begin righty on righty to Charlie Chauvin with Connor Hutchinson. Ball State today with their red uniforms, the red jerseys, white pants, white lettering on those jerseys, red hats. The righty-on-righty matchup to begin us off. First pitch. Fastball. It's in the air. Cranked out to right center. Diving catch from Bayless. Gavin Bayless, you are ridiculous. Sliding to get that one. What a way to open up this top of the fourth. Luke Walton now steps into the box. Gavin Bayless, that is hard to get over. It's hard to get one down on him. Left-handed batter in Walton. Righty Hutchinson, first pitch. Fastball low and away, unable to bite it for ball 1. Walton singled his last time around. Talk about diving catches. Luke Walton has SportsCenter top 10 play just a couple weeks ago against Oregon. 1-0 in the dirt for ball 2. It came on a diving catch out in left field rather than center. Came against number 12 Oregon. It was Toledo's first top 25 win in over a decade. Now Hutchinson's 2-0. Back to the fastball, misses outside. We continue 3-0. Hutchinson looking to avoid his first walk of the contest with nobody on base for Toledo. 1 out in the top of the fourth, 0-0 ball game. 3-0 high and away, misses, and there's Hutchinson's first walk for you. Now up comes Troy Sudbrook. He struck out swinging the last time around. However, momentarily in Game 1, he was the hero for Toledo. He had the go-ahead triple in the top of the 9th. Lefty batter, first pitch. High and away, misses. Sudbrook showed bunt with 1 out and the runner on first. I wonder if he'll continue with that, or if that was just on the first pitch, seeing if he can get any kind of contact on Hutchinson. Hutchinson shakes off a couple of pitches. He's still waiting for one he likes. Garrett Arnold calls time, and now he's going out to the mound. Maybe Connor Hutchinson has something special in mind. You never really know. Hutchinson and Arnold convene right in front of the rubber as Troy Sudbrook patiently waits. And while we wait, let's get into the upcoming schedule for the Cardinals. This week at Shebeck Stadium, we've got a pretty good slate on hand. Tuesday, Ball State hosting Valparaiso, and then on Wednesday, the Cardinals playing host to Butler. The upcoming weekend series will be on the road against Xavier Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Back into the box now, Sudbrook, the 1-0. Goes with his breaking ball, misses outside, 2-0 count. That slider that time around, it's been hanging just outside of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first. Here's the 2-0. Fastball high and in on Sudbrook, 3-0 count. On deck for Toledo, it's Braden White. But for now, Sudbrook trying to muster up a base hit for these Rockets, or a walk potentially. 3-0. Fastball, bottom of the zone, he catches. 3-1 count on Sudbrook. Sudbrook trying to battle his way back after missing all of last season with an injury. Hutchinson looks over at first base. Now the 3-1. Fastball gets him looking on the bottom half. 3-2 count. Connor Hutchinson battling his way back into this at-bat. Sudbrook, he's going to have to take a step back. He collects himself. Now he's back into the box. Hutchinson looking over at first. Now the 3-2. It's a bouncer just above the head of Hutchinson. There's one at second. Hasovsky underhanding it to Grego on the second base bag. Sudbrook will reach first via the fielder's choice, but the Cardinals get 1 runner out of scoring position. So 1 out now here in the top of the 4th. Make it 2 actually with Braden White now.
Catcher Braden White.
White struck out swinging the last time around. He's got a runner on first. Righty on righty. Hutchinson, first pitch, fastball, takes it on a ride, foul. Off to the right side into the parking lot. 0-1 count. And again, back-to-back days, I have parked my car fairly close to the stadium. I was regretting it yesterday until the rain came, I'm telling you. 0-1. Fastball in the dirt, far away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Everybody's running to their car. Everybody's running to the football stadium, running to Briner. I'm just right there. I actually took my time. What am I kidding? I ran. 1-1. Fastball deep to left center field. Bayless, the center fielder, is on it at the warning track. He makes the catch for the 3rd out. That'll do it for the top of the 4th inning. We're approaching the halfway mark of this contest. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Cardinals and Rockets tied at 0. You're listening to Ball State Baseball here on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Bottom of the fourth action between the Cardinals and the Rockets. I'm Roen Elbert taking you the whole way through this weekend series. 0-0 our score. Jackson Bergman for Toledo and Connor Hutchinson, for that matter, for Ball State. Both are dealing. For Bergman on the day, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's allowed 4 hits. Up for Ball State, it'll be Corbin Griffin. Corbin, the left fielder, struck out looking the last time around. The left-handed batter steps into the box. Griffin has been dominant over this weekend series. Back-to-back games with a home run. First pitch to him. Slider hammers it into left field, hits it. Oppo gets down on the third base line all the way to the warning track. Griffin has one. He slides in for second. Leadoff double on the first pitch he sees. Corbin Griffin. Now up behind him is Blake Beavis in the order. Beavis on the season. The RBI total at 20. Looking for number 21 right there with the runner on second and Griffin. Righty on righty. Is it just me or is that another new walk-up song? Blake Beavis right there. The first pitch. Slider low and away, misses for Bergman. We begin 1-0 on Blake Beavis with the runner on second and Corbin Griffin. Looks back, now lets the 1-0 fly. Slider low and away, misses again. Trying to get the chase on Blake Beavis, but it's hard to get a guy with a 370 on base to swing at something well outside of the zone. 2-0 count with Clay Jacobs on deck for Ball State. Looks back at second, now the 2-0. Slider fouls it down. 2 balls and 1 strike on Blake Beavis. Cardinals looking for the clean sweep over Toledo. Back-to-back weekends potentially with a clean sweep in the conference. 2-1 pitch, again a foul ball down. Count moves to 2-2. Beavis down to his final strike here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nobody out, a runner on second for the Cardinals. We're all tied at 0 with Clay Jacobs on deck after Blake Beavis, the righty on righty matchup currently. 2-2. Back to the breaking ball, gets away from right on the outside part. Griffin will easily jog into third base. Full count at the plate, and now the sac fly in play with Griffin at third base. Beavis doubled in his last at-bat, just as Griffin did in his last at-bat, who's now standing at third. That wind blowing softly out to right field. 3-2 on the way. Breaking ball, hammers it right up the middle to Schloven. He stares down Griffin at third base, instead opts for first to retire Beavis. Griffin did not even move a muscle off of that third base bag. Smart heads-up play. Now up comes Clay Jacobs, the left-handed batter, and the last time around he walked. He was down 0-2, but came all the way back for the walk. Sac fly in play for the left-handed batter with Griffin on third base here in the bottom of the fourth, tied at 0. First pitch. Slider, it's a bouncer on the first base line, just creeps foul. We begin 0-1 to Clay Jacobs, playing left field today. Yesterday he played right. Him and Corbin Griffin, they've been flip-flopping between left and right field. It's hard to say who's better and who's not better. And that was 0-1 misses far and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's hard to say because both of these guys have been elite in the field. It's kind of a pick your poison thing for Rich Maloney. Who's going to play left? Who's going to play right? Does it really matter at the end of the day? 1-1. Slider. Hard hit grounder over to first base. The throw to home. The tag isn't applied. 1-0 Cardinals. That'll be a single for Clay Jacobs. The first baseman Cahill, he collected it. Instead of going for first base, he threw it right to home. No tag applied as Griffin slid in head first. 1-0 Cards. Now up is Gavin Bayless with a runner on first. Here's the first pitch. Just goes foul. Now there's a bit of a discussion is are they trying to say that Griffin was out? Because it says 2 outs on the scoreboard despite a 1-0 Cardinal advantage. Bayless fouls it off to the left with the bunt attempt. We move now to 0-2. Still, it looked like if they're going with my initial thought, there is 1 out. And it's a 1-0 Cardinal lead. Because Griffin, he got into home. The catcher was right there, Braden White, but there was no tag applied. No one even touched him. So we stay at 0-1. Bergman looks over at first base. Bounced over to Bergman on the pitcher's mound. He throws a second. The turn to first. He's safe at first. However, they do retire the runner over at second, and Clay Jacobs. Now back to the top of the order here with Alex Richter for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the fourth. A 1-0 Ball State advantage with Bayless on first. Bayless 10 stolen bags on the season. He is a threat on those base paths. Left-handed batter for the righty Bergman to face. Pickoff move on Bayless. That's smart. Not in time. Diving in head first. Bayless skipping around off of the bag at first. Another pickoff move again, not in time, sliding in head first to the bag. Now we can play a fun game. Let's count how many pickoff moves will be on Bayless in this contest. Currently 2. First pitch, lets it fly to Richter. Slider catches the middle of the zone for a strike. 0-1 on Richter. With the runner on first and Bayless, Bergman looks over his way. Pickoff move, make it the third on Bayless in this at-bat. I think once you get over 5 is when things get pretty funny, I would say. Again, he looks over. The 0-1 count to Richter, the pitch. He takes off. It's low. The throw. The second. Is he out? He is. Charlie Schloven with the tag for the third out in the bottom of the fourth. However, the Cardinals strike first. They lead 1-0 over Toledo. Top of the fifth coming your way. Ball State and Toledo going at it. A 1-0 advantage for the Cardinals. We'll be right back. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Top of the fifth, 1-0 Ball State lead over Toledo. Connor Hutchinson on the mound for the Cardinals, looking to continue his shutout day, only allowing 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And due up for Toledo, it's Cole Cahill. Cahill singled his last time around. However, he got out on the double play. Here we go, right-handed pitcher against a lefty batter. Just about at the halfway mark of this game, and we're an hour through. We are blowing by here at Shebeck Stadium. First pitch. Fastball catches the zone low for strike 1. And I know that's the announcer's curse right there. Potentially, we may have a 4-hour game on our hands, but that's how I like it personally. 0-1. Back to the fastball, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm sure the players don't want that. The fans have been in for a treat, though, today with this pitching matchup. Hutchinson's 1-0-1. A bounce over to second base to Hasafosky. To throw to first, he got him. 1 up, 1 down here at the top of the 5th. Now up comes Trey Mariano, righty on righty. Mariano, the last time around, grounded into a double play right to Dylan Grego at shortstop. So here we go, the righty on righty matchup. Hutchinson takes a deep breath with nobody aboard, 1 out in the top of the 5th. Slider gets that swing and a miss. An absolute beauty from Connor Hutchinson. The sophomore pitcher has such a bright future on this Cardinals team. 0-1. Back to the slider, misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mariano. Due up for Toledo, it's Luke Lito, the center fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike. The fastball he hammers back just behind the backstop foul. 1-2 count. Hutchinson on the day, 3 strikeouts, potentially looking for the 4th. He sets it up. Now the 1-2. Fastball gets him looking. Backwards K for Connor Hutchinson. Now up for the Rockets. You got Luke Lito with 2 outs, nobody on base. Lito on the day 0 for 1. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. Hutchinson, his first pitch. Fastball hammers it foul behind him. We begin 0-1 to Luke Lito. A gold medalist with the U17 Team USA squad. The fact that he already had that on his resume before he even stepped foot on a college campus is astounding. Here's the second pitch, I should say, from Hutchinson. Misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck for Toledo, Brandon Lusick. Hutchinson, his 1-1. Slider hangs outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lito. Just approaching the halfway mark through this game. Cardinals lead 1-0 over Toledo with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs. 3-1 count. Hutchinson already has 1 walk on the day. He's looking to avoid his second. Hutchinson likes what he sees from his catcher, Arnold. Now the 3-1. Goes fastball, gets him on the bottom half. Full count now. Hutchinson fighting back, looking for strikeout number 6 here, potentially. The 3-2 on its way. Deep in the air, left center field. Bayless is on it, back towards the track, makes the catch. Just not enough for Luke Lido. That'll take us into the bottom of the 5th inning. Cardinals with a 1-0 lead over the Rockets. We'll be right back. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Cardinals and Rockets going at it. 1-0 Ball State leads. And due up for the Cardinals, it's Alex Richter. And it looks like for Toledo, we have a pitching change. Jackson Bergman out of the contest. And for the second time in this series, it's Nathan Leininger. Leininger, the right-handed pitcher, steps in. An ERA of 9 on the season. Did not pitch very long against the Cardinals. If you remember, that was on Friday when that happened. Came in for Jacob Tabor. He was one of 3 pitchers they used that day. Didn't even get through a full inning of action. He has to face the top of the order, though. And that's what I like about these weekend series, is that you see guys reusing arms as we continue on. Right now, I was looking at the weather forecast. It appears that we may be getting some rain in the Muncie area around 3 o'clock in about probably 45 minutes, but nothing to be too concerned with, at least for now. Again, rain, not a big deal, especially on the field the Cardinals play on. However, once lightning, thunder becomes a factor, that's when things get a little bit tricky, things get dicey. Alex Richter, the step up into the box for the Cardinals, the left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. Richter on the day, he struck out looking twice to Bergman. Leininger takes a deep breath. Now the first pitch. Slider misses outside for ball 1 on Alex Richter. Leininger, the junior, coming out of Olentangy Liberty High School, where he was a 2-year letter winner. Here's the 1-0 to Richter. Back to the slider, fouls it back behind him to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Richter, man, has he been on fire. 3 of the last 4 games, he has had a home run. Had a 2-game streak going on after Friday's win against Toledo, the 7-inning run rule game. 1-1. Back to the slider, misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leininger using the breaking stuff. He's already gotten a look at these Cardinals back on Friday. Let's see if that will work to his advantage or not. 2 balls and 1 strike to lead us off in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-1 to Richter. To the slider, it's elevated in the air to shallow left on the third baseline. The third baseman, Sudbrook, he loses control. Diving catch over to shortstop Chauvin. Chauvin got down on all fours as Sudbrook tumbled over him. Toledo avoids disaster to get the first out of the bottom of the fifth.
DH Houston King.
Now up comes Houston King. That's what I don't get. The sun is not out at all. I wonder how he lost track of that ball. Dylan Grego, Houston King, left-handed batter, steps into the box. Dylan Grego's on deck for the Cardinals. Righty on lefty, 1 out. First pitch. Back to the slider, catches the outside part of the zone, dropped by Braden White. We begin 0-1 on Houston King here in this bottom of the fifth, where Ball State leads 1-0 over Toledo. Nobody aboard for them, but 1 out, an 0-1 count to Houston King. The pitch. To the slider, misses low. Nathan Leininger going back to that breaking stuff yet again. Playing a much bigger role on this team than he did last season. Last year only pitching 7 innings. 1-1 to King. Back to the slider. Catches it on the bottom half of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So much movement on that pitch as you would want. But nothing really hanging so far for Nathan Leininger. 1-2 on the way. Back to the slider. It's in the air. Into left field. Will it drop? It does! Right in front of Luke Walton. Almost gets away from him. King, he wants it all. He's going in for second. Oh, just a little bit too much. He was going in for second. Brandon Lusick, the second baseman, caught him right in his tracks. Tagged him before he could even touch the second base bag. 2 outs now for the Cardinals. Out comes Dylan Grego. Grego, the switch hitter, will bat lefty. Only one time this weekend have we seen Grego bat righty. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Nobody aboard for the Cardinals. They lead 1-0. First pitch. Slider, it's elevated into left center field. That gets down in front of Luke Walton. This time Grego will stop at first base. A single for Dylan Grego right there gives Nathan Leininger his first hit of the ball game. Now up comes Nick Hasowski. Righty on righty with Grego on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. A 1-0 Ball State lead. Cardinals looking for a 2-out rally here potentially. Pickoff move on Grego, not in time, sliding in head first to the bag. We continue on 0-0 to Nick Hasowski, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Leininger, a deep breath. Now the first pitch. Slider, it's popped up shallow right center. The second baseman, Lusick, is on it just on the edge of the infield. Dirt makes the catch for the 3rd out. Top of the 6th coming your way. Ball State with a 1-0 lead over Toledo. It's tight. We may have another exciting finish on our hands. You don't want to miss this. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 Cardinal advantage over the Toledo Rockets. I'm Roen Elbert as Connor Hutchinson still on the mound for Ball State. What a day he has had with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and only 3 hits allowed. Hutchinson has been on fire. Brandon Lusick in the 9-hole will lead us off for the top of the 6th inning. He struck out looking his last time around. As the Cardinals looking to sweep Toledo for this weekend series. Lusick, the second baseman, batting .214 going into this contest. Righty on righty, our matchup to open us up for the top of the 6th inning. We're in the home stretch here from Shebeck Stadium. First pitch, fastball inside for a strike. We begin 0-1 to Lusick. Lusick last year playing only 12 games for the Rockets. The sophomore getting a much bigger role this season. Now the 0-1. Slider just misses low and straight away. 1 ball, 1 strike. We saw that slider earlier in the contest hanging just a little bit, but he's getting what he wants now. 1-1. Fastball blows it by him for strike 2 at the belt line on Brandon Lusick. 1 ball, 2 strikes to lead us off in the top of the 6th inning. Ball State with a 1-0 lead over Toledo. Hutchinson, his 1-2. Back to the fastball. Did he get the chase? No, he kept it in check. It was low and away. Lusick just barely able to keep it there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order on deck with Konzak. The 2-2. A slider, a bouncer just goes foul on the first base line. We remain at 2-2 with Connor Hutchinson. Brandon Lusick, a alumni of Strongsville High School, where he was the whole entire school's athletics MVP in his senior season. Goes to show the type of athlete he was there. 2-2. Slider popped up. Richter with the leaping effort at third base for the first out. Alex Richter said no, no. Now we go up to the top of the order with Caden Konzak. He singled his last time around. He's 1 for 2. However, he did get caught stealing. He's 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. The first pitch to the lefty batter is a fastball that misses low for ball 1. On deck for the Rockets, it's Charlie Chauvin, the shortstop. Hutchinson's 1-0. Fastball lined out, left center field, gets down. That will be a single for Konzak. He was looking for second, but he stops about halfway through first and second, stopping himself in his tracks. Back-to-back singles for Caden Konzak. Now we get into Charlie Chauvin, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 on the day. But now he's got his former high school teammate on first base, potentially looking with a big hit here to drive him in and maybe tie this ball game. Cardinals currently lead 1-0. Righty on righty, our matchup. Connor Hutchinson catching a little bit of a break there. He will have to face another lefty coming up in Luke Walton, though. First pitch. Popped up in the air to right field on the foul line. It looks like it goes foul. We begin 0-1 to Charlie Chauvin. Hutchinson collects himself in what has so far been his best outing of the season. His 0-1 delivery. Popped up into left field. It's caught by Griffin, and he has to go all the way back to first base. Konzak caught in a pickle. Griffin throws him out for the third out. Blake Beavis, all he had to do was step on the bag. Caden Konzak bit off a little bit more than he could chew. That'll take us into the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals with a 1-0 lead. You are listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Bottom of the 6th action here at Shebeck Stadium. Cardinals with a 1-0 advantage over the Rockets. I'm Roen Elbert taking you the whole way through. Garrett Arnold is up. He's 0 for 2 on the day for Ball State. However, if you missed it, game 1 of this doubleheader, if you want to call it a doubleheader, technically it was, but only playing the final 2 innings of yesterday's game. Arnold walking it off in the bottom of the 9th for Ball State. Batting well above 400. It seems like for Arnold that he's, at any given point, if he starts off 0 for 2, he's due for a base hit. We'll see if that trend can continue. It's a righty-on-righty matchup with Nathan Leininger on Garrett Arnold to open up the bottom of the 6th. The first pitch. Goes slider, catches his own inside. Arnold just shaking his head no. An 0-1 count. And that's kind of been the reality today with the strike zone. A lot of pitches that have been inside called for a strike right on the border. 0-1. Back to the slider. It's popped up on the right side. The second baseman, Lusick, he 360s it. Throw to first. Wow, he got him. Brandon Lusick, what a play on the edge of the infield dirt. Does a 360 spin to retire Garrett Arnold.
He said he wanted to go warm up in the bathroom.
Now, Corbin Griffin steps into the box for the Cardinals. What a start to the inning for Toledo. Left-handed batter for the Cardinals. Righty on lefty. The first pitch to Griffin. Slider, swing and a miss. Griffin on top of that. Swinging down low to get a hold of it. We continue on 0-1. Griffin, who doubled his last time around. And Braden White, the catcher for Toledo, he needs a brand new catching glove. Not often you see that, but he seems to be getting used to it, and we're back in action. Leininger, a deep breath, now an 0-1. The slider, Griffin looks at it as it misses downstairs and straight away. 1-1 the count with 1 out, nobody on base in the bottom of the 6th. A 1-0 Ball State lead over Toledo. 1-1. Slider hangs high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. And saying slider at this point is just redundant because of the amount of times Nathan Leininger has been throwing it today. 2-1 on the way. Back to it. Griffin elevates it into right field towards the warning track. Konzak makes the catch on the run with his back on the wall for the second out. Good contact by Corbin Griffin, but Caden Konzak was ready for it. Now Blake Beavis is up for the Cardinals. Beavis is 1 for 2 today with a double. Blake Beavis also back-to-back games with a home run, looking for 3 in a row. Righty-on-righty matchup with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch. Slider, he looks at it as it lands on the top half, 0-1. For Blake Beavis, power hitting has been the name of the game for him. 6 home runs on the season, over 20 RBIs, 0-1. Goes fastball, misses low, 1-1 count. Oddly enough, in Game 2 of this doubleheader, and really today in general, no home runs, and you can blame the wind for that, blowing out to the right rather than the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leininger to Beavis. Goes slider, hard hit ground ball to shortstop. Chauvin collects, sends it to first on one knee. Cahill juggles it. Beavis is in safely at first. Wow. Perfect play by the shortstop Chauvin. However, Cahill juggling it in and out of his glove. Cardinals still alive in the bottom of the 6th inning. That will be called an error.
Right fielder Clay Jacobs.
Now up comes Clay Jacobs, who had an RBI single his last time up. Left-handed batter for the Cardinals against the righty Leininger with Beavis on first. Here's the first pitch. Brings the heat that time. Misses inside at the ankles of Clay Jacobs for ball 1. The graduate student Jacobs potentially in the next coming months playing his final games here at Shebeck Stadium. What a storied career he's had here. Pickoff move on Beavis, not in time as he slides into the bag at first. We continue on in a 1-0 count. That wind softly blowing to the right now. Here's the 1-0. Beavis took off for second, stopped himself in his tracks as Jacobs fouled it off to the right. We stay at 1-1. Overcast day here in Muncie, Indiana. I always say on a sunny day, you cannot see a cloud in the sky. Really, all you can see is clouds at the moment. Not a single speck of blue. 1-1, fouls it back behind him to the backstop. 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 1-0 Ball State advantage over Toledo. Cardinals looking for a bit of a 2-out rally here. Leininger sets it up. Now the 1-2 to Jacobs. Slider, it's popped up in the air. Foul on the left side. Blake Beavis was ready for it, though. Beavis, not a single stolen base this year. He doesn't strike me or really anybody as a stolen base threat, but you can tell he wants it. Especially with 2 strikes, you know he's going to take off. You know Jacobs will be swinging. 1-2. Swings at that one, fouls it off to the left, just to the left of the Cardinals dugout as well. We remain at 1-2. Jacobs steps back in, fighting hard in this 1-2 count, trying to battle his way back. The delivery. Slider popped up way behind, foul. Clay Jacobs really fighting hard. We continue at 1-2. That ball probably deep into the parking lot. That's why they tell you, be careful where you park. I never listen because you never know if it's going to rain like it did yesterday. And man, I got out of here lucky. 1-2. Slider again, chopped foul on the right side, that time into the Toledo dugout. Nathan Leininger is giving Clay Jacobs what he wants, but Jacobs is just a tad bit late. Now it comes down to if Jacobs can make Toledo pay. On a 1-2 count with 2 outs and Beavis on first. 1-0 Cardinal lead. The 1-2 pitch, not quite, as he goes with a pickoff move on Blake Beavis. Not in time. And for a guy on the base paths, even with Beavis, who didn't have much of a lead there, That's got to be a sense of flattery right there to have the pickoff move on you. The 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Gets away from White. Beavis takes off for second. Head first slide. He's in. 2-2 the count and a runner on scoring position over at second base for Blake Beavis. 2-2 count. You cannot doubt the wheels he has. Very underrated in that department. Left-handed batter for the Cardinals and Jacobs. Leininger looks back. Now the 2-2. Slider hangs outside. Jacobs has fought his way all the way back to a full count. 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second. 1-0 Cardinal advantage. Leininger, he sets it up. The 3-2. Back to the slider. Gets him looking. Jacobs thought he had it. He thought he drew the walk. He was about to take off all of his equipment there. However, he gets struck out looking. That'll take us into the top of the 7th. 1-0 Cardinal lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Top of the 7th action. Ball State a 1-0 lead over Toledo. A change has been made. Connor Hutchinson's day is over. And what a final line he had. Ended up going 6 innings strong. Striking out 5 batters, walking 1, only allowing 4 hits. And the best part of all, no earned runs. What a day for Connor Hutchinson. Time to make a change, and it'll be Alex Burden for the first time today. The first time this weekend, the senior Burden gets on the mound, a left-handed pitcher for the Cardinals, as we open up with Luke Walton. A 4.5 ERA to Burden's name. A 1-0 record on the season, has been a solid relief option for Rich Maloney and the Cardinals. First pitch. Goes with the curveball action, low and away, misses for ball 1. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup, the first time we've seen that all day for either team. On Luke Walton. Burden gets his signs from Arnold. Now the 1-0. Brings the heat, popped up on the left side. It goes foul on Walton. 1 ball, 1 strike to lead us off in the top of the 7th inning. Cardinals, they only have a 1-run cushion, 1-0, although the pitching has dominated for Ball State today so far. Time called by the home plate umpire. It's like Garrett Arnold, he's pointing towards the Cardinal dugout. Alex Burden, he runs over there. And this is interesting. It looks like he's handing something to one of the coaches. I wonder what he's adjusting, but nonetheless, it's interesting as the Cardinals have dominated all day on the pitching end of things. They still have only a 1-0 lead. That run support coming off the bat of Clay Jacobs with an RBI single. Toledo can very easily, this is definitely a ball game, they can very easily tie or take the lead here as they're down to their final 9 outs of this series. Lefty on lefty, we continue with Burden on Walton. The pitch. The breaking ball hangs up high. 2 balls and 1 strike on Luke Walton. Walton on the day is 1 for 1. He walked his last time around. However, he was out on the fielder's choice afterwards. 2-1. Fastball. It's elevated into deep center field. Bayless is under it. Makes the catch on the warning track for the first out. 1 up, 1 down for Burden and the Cardinals. Now up comes Troy Sudbrook, the third baseman for Toledo, a left-handed batter. Sudbrook was the hero in Game 1 of the doubleheader. He gave the Rockets the lead in the top of the 9th. The Cardinals walking it off in the bottom of the 9th. Lefty on lefty again, first pitch. He goes curveball, misses low and away for ball 1 on Sudbrook. Today, however, Sudbrook is 0 for 2. With Braden White on deck for Toledo. Burden, the senior, he takes a deep breath. 1-0, takes it on a ride to deep right field. Forget about it. Troy Sudbrook has tied the ball game. Sudbrook's 3rd home run of the season. We have a 1-1 ball game on our hands. Just as we talk about pitching dominating this game, Sudbrook hits the first home run of the day. Now Braden White is up after that. Lefty on righty. This time Burden facing the righty, and Braden White, who on the day is 0 for 2. First pitch. Goes fastball, misses low and away. Cole Cahill on deck for Toledo. That one swing of the bat changes everything in this contest. The 1-0. Curveball gets the swing and a miss. An absolute beauty from Alex Burden. 70 miles per hour. Burden trying to collect himself. Now is 1-1. Back to the curveball. It's a bit too high. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Braden White. White, the senior, who has had quite the storied career here at Toledo. The 2-1. Hard hit ground ball gets through on the right side, just to the left of Beavis, the first baseman. Toledo, they're starting to get to Alex Burden. A single right there for White. You know, there are quite a few Toledo fans that did make the trip. And you can tell the excitement is starting to build up for the Rockets, looking for their first win over the Cardinals here in Muncie since 2021. Lefty on lefty against Cahill. Burden, the pitch. Breaking ball misses low and away. Ball 1. Cahill so far today is 1 for 2 with a single. The runner on first for the Rockets. Burden looks down. Now he lets the 1-0 fly. Curveball drops below the zone, 2-0 count. We are in the top of the 7th inning, a 1-1 ball game. It's been low scoring all day. Burden, he sets it up in a 2-0 count. The pitch. Goes fastball, gets the bottom half of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. It makes you wonder, as there is activity in the Cardinal bullpen, what Rich Maloney's backup plan is. 2-1. Goes back to the curveball, too low. A little bit of too much top-down motion on that. Trey Mariano on deck for the Rockets. Lefty on lefty, we continue. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner on first for Toledo. Burton's 3-1. Brings the heat again. Fastball finds the bottom of the zone. Full count now. Burton fighting his way back for the Cardinals. Wind blowing a bit heavier out to the right now. As Alex Burton sets it up. Looks over at first. 3-2. It's popped up in the right center. Just gets over the head of Safoski, the second baseman. Runners are now on the corners. A single for Cole Cahill. And would you look at that? Alex Burden has given up 3 base hits in a row, and Rich Maloney wants to have a discussion. We may already be getting a change. We'll have to wait and see. The entire infield greets Burden, and he gives him the ball, and that'll do it for Alex Burden's day. Cardinals making a change. We'll be right back. Top of the 7th inning, 1-1 ball game. This one's tight. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
We continue on with top of the 7th action. 1-1 our score. 1 out, runners on the corners for Toledo. Ball State making yet another pitching change, going to the 3rd pitcher of the day, and it's Owen Quinn. Quinn, one of their most reliable relief options, with his ERA hovering in the 3s. We'll see what Quinn can do here against Trey Mariano. Cardinals opting to go with a right-handed pitcher. We saw Alex Burden, the previous pitcher, a lefty. And that was tough for Burden. Gets 1 out on Walton. Things are going great. Then a solo shot by Troy Sudbrook ties the ball game. Then gives up back-to-back singles to Braden White and Cole Cahill. Now Owen Quinn will be responsible for looking to get 7 and 8 out in this Toledo lineup, which would be Trey Mariano and Luke Lito. Quinn, a right-handed pitcher. Let's see what he does here against this Toledo lineup. A 2.7 ERA on the season for Owen Quinn. Despite the 0-1 record, he has been one of the most locked down guys in the Cardinal bullpen. He pitched against Toledo on Friday. It's righty on righty now. Quinn on Mariano, with Lito on deck for Toledo. Runners on the corners. Quinn, the first pitch to Mariano. Goes curveball, fouls it off to his right. We begin 0-1. To Trey Mariano. On the day for him, he's 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play back in the 2nd inning. Quinn looks back at first. Now his 0-1. Back to the breaking ball, swing and a miss inside. Owen Quinn has him in an 0-2 count. Mariano back into the box. We continue on. The 7-hole hitter, the DH today. 0-2. Back to it. Misses below the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. On Trey Mariano. Runners on the corners for Toledo. A lot can change with 1 swing of the bat. We saw that earlier with Troy Sudbrook for the Rockets. The next pitch. Curveball is popped up into center field, now more towards shallow. It's in the right center. Makes the catch. It's Bayless. Will that be a sac fly? Yes, it will. Toledo takes the lead. 2-1. Rockets take their first lead of the ball game with a runner on first and 2 outs. A sac fly for Trey Mariano to get his 7th RBI of the season.
Center fielder Luke Lito.
Luke Leto, who is 0 for 2 on the day, steps up for the Rockets. Left-handed batter against the righty pitcher Quinn with a runner on first and Cahill. Top of the 7th inning, 2 outs, a 2-1 Toledo lead. Quinn looks over at first. Now the first pitch. Goes breaking ball, misses high and away to Luke Leto. Leto coming from Porridge Central High School out in Michigan. Not only was he a star on the baseball field, was the quarterback of their football team. 1-0. Curveball catches the outside part of the zone for strike one, 1-1. Talk about living the dream back in high school. That was everybody's dream, to be a star on the diamond and on the football field. Luke Leto doing it both. That's stuff you only see in a movie. 1-1 from Quinn. Curveball gets between the legs of his catcher Arnold all the way to the backstop. Cole Cahill takes second base for Toledo. 2 balls and 1 strike. Quinn looking to battle his way back, get out of this top of the 7th inning where Toledo has really made their mark on this contest. And for Ball State, will it be late run heroics, late inning heroics? That is the question. 2-1. Curveball, swing and a miss. He's on top of it. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Owen Quinn looking for the exclamation point of this top of the 7th inning. Leto batting 130 going into this one. Quinn's 2-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Quinn strikes him out. His first of the day. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th coming your way. Toledo, they've taken the lead over Ball State. It's 2-1. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Back to the action in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1. Toledo has taken the lead. They took it in the top of the 7th inning with a sac fly from Trey Mariano. The solo home run from Troy Sudbrook really got it going. Connor Hutchinson pulled out of the game after 6 innings in favor of Alex Burden. Burden was pulled after only getting 1 batter out and replaced by Owen Quinn. Gavin Bayless to lead us off for the Cardinals against Nathan Leininger. Leininger going into his 3rd inning of work. Righty on righty. Bayless on the day so far is 0 for 2. We begin with the first pitch to Bayless. Slider right down the middle. We start with an 0-1 count on the transfer from Mott Community College, Gavin Bayless. A .358 average going into this doubleheader. 0-1. Slider is in the air, foul on the right side. We continue 0-2. That has been Nathan Leininger's bread and butter today, is that slider. Really haven't seen him go with any kind of fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Back to the slider, fouls it back behind him. well inside. So much movement on that pitch. We continue 0-2. With a lot of guys, you don't see too much movement on it, but that time around, plenty of it. We continue on with an 0-2 count to Bayless to lead us off. The pitch is fouled off on the right side, ricocheting off the fence of the Toledo dugout. Gavin Bayless still alive with an 0-2 count to open up the bottom of the 7th, where the Cardinals trail 2-1 to Toledo. What a day for the Rockets, especially in that top of the 7th inning. Pitching has been on point for them for the most part. The 0-2. The breaking ball is hammered foul on the right side. Bayless still fighting hard. 0-2 count. And with how a lot of these strikes have been called on the outside, inside part of the plate, you really kind of have to swing at everything, which is what he's done. 0-2. High and away. That time there was no doubt behind it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That time Leininger bringing some kind of heat there. Brought the fastball. A pitch we really don't see often from him. The 1-2 to Bayless. Hammers it foul yet again on the right side. We continue on 1-2. Whoever's out there in right field, maybe sitting by in the parking lot, they've had a field day collecting foul balls. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gavin Bayless. Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Cardinals. Kick, pitch. Another foul ball. Bayless fighting hard. It's a 1-2 count. Next pitch. What are we going to see? Will it be another foul ball? We'll have to wait and see. Righty on righty, we continue. The 1-2. There you go. That time into the stands. 1-2 count. Gavin Bayless not giving up without a fight. Alex Richter due up for the Cardinals, so you get Bayless aboard with his base stealing ability. He has 10 on the year with the top of the order. That's huge. The 1-2. Catches it high. Trying to paint the zone around Bayless up top on the slider. 2-2 count. Let's see if Bayless gets aggressive here yet again. 2-2 pitch. That time a bouncer on the third base side, collected by Sudbrook. Throw to first, got him. Nice. Bayless fought hard, but to no avail. He's retired for the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Alex Richter, he's 0 for 3 on the day. He steps into the box for the Cardinals.
Third baseman Alex Richter.
Richter has been hot despite the slow start today. You could technically say he's 0 for 4 on the day because he struck out at the end of the last game. First pitch. The left-handed batter, Richter, takes it low for ball 1. Kind of like Gavin Bayless, Alex Richter playing his first season of Division I baseball and is excelling early. 1-0. Back to the slider, catches the inside part on Richter right at his knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning, Cardinals with a 1-2 deficit. The 1-1 pitch. Slider takes it inside, right on the edge of the plate for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. With Houston King on deck for the Cardinals. The 2-1. Well inside, almost nailing Richter on the elbow as he leaned in. 3 balls and 1 strike to Alex Richter. We really haven't seen a hit by a pitch today for Toledo on their end. That was an issue on Saturday for them. The 3-1. And that time, inside. Nonetheless, it looked like, did it hit Richter? He leaned into it. Either way, Richter does walk the first, continuing that high on base percentage at .450.
DH Houston King.
Now up comes Houston King. He's 3 for 3 today. He was 1 for 4 in the last game. He's red hot today. Left-handed batter. First pitch to King. Slider takes it inside at the knees for ball 1. Nathan Leininger, after struggling on Friday against the Cardinals, finding his footing. Dylan Grego on deck for Ball State. 1-0 to King. Inside, King has to duck back. 2 balls and no strikes with Richter on first base. Alex Richter, he has not had much luck trying to steal bags. He has taken off to second twice this year and has not gotten there yet. 0 for 4 on stolen base attempts. We'll see if that changes today. A quick mound visit between the shortstop Chauvin, the catcher White, and the pitcher on the day, Leininger, for Toledo. We continue on with a 2-0 count to Houston King, the former Kentucky Wildcat. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-0 to King. Elevated left center field. On it is Walton. He makes the catch, sending Richter back into his place at first base. Now 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Toledo. And up comes Dylan Grego for the Cardinals. Grego is 1 for 3. And it's hard to tell if the Cardinals win that last game without Dylan Grego. Last Sunday had a walk-off home run. Today had a game-tying RBI triple. First pitch. Hard hit ground ball, sliding to get it to first baseman Cahill. Underhands it to Leininger, who steps on the bag for the 3rd out. That'll do it for the 7th inning. Toledo with a 2-1 lead over Ball State going into the top of the 8th. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Top of the 8th inning, Toledo a 2-1 lead over Ball State. Owen Quinn back on the mound for the Cardinals for a 2nd inning of work. Last time around, didn't allow anybody on base. He struck out one of the 2 batters he faced. Up for Toledo is Brandon Lusick. Lusick on the day is 0 for 2. A .214 average to his name on the season. As Owen Quinn, who has been one of the most dominant relievers for Ball State, looks to continue his dominance against Lusick. Righty on righty, we begin. Quinn collects himself. Now the first pitch. Goes curveball, misses it low and away. Lusick did not go with the swing. 1 ball, no strikes. Garrett Arnold and Owen Quinn, a battery partnership that both of them, they're quite familiar with each other going back to their days in the summer. The 1-0. Curveball inside for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. They played out west in summer collegiate ball. That is where Owen met Garrett. Garrett was in the transfer portal at the time as the 1-1's on its way. Curveball low and away, misses. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Owen and Garrett met, and Owen Quinn shifted Garrett in the direction of Ball State, got him in contact with Rich Maloney, and without that interaction, maybe we don't have that walk-off moment we saw in Game 1. The 2-1 is popped up in the air in right foul territory. Beavis is on it, and it drops foul right beside him. No harm, no foul. It's a 2-2 count, although if Beavis caught that, that would have been pretty nice for the Cardinals. The 2-2 count to Brandon Lusick. But no, with the way the transfer portal works in collegiate athletics at this current moment, it's great to see how summer collegiate ball could help that, especially for a guy like Garrett Arnold. 2-2. Curveball, unable to bite it on the top half. Full count now. Quinn looking to avoid a leadoff walk to Lusick, especially with the top of the order up for Toledo after this in Caden Konzak. Top of the 8th inning, 2-1 Rocket lead over the Cardinals. The 3-2. Back to the curveball, gets him looking. Backwards K for Owen Quinn. 1 up, 1 down at the top of the 8th. We go back to the top of the order with Caden Konzak, a left-handed batter. So far today, Konzak is 2 for 3. However, both times he's gotten on the base pads, he has gotten out. The first pitch to him. Curveball right down Broadway, strike 1. It's interesting because Konzak got caught stealing in the 3rd inning, and then in the 6th inning, as Chauvin lined out to left field, Konzak, he bit off more than he could chew, going for 2nd. 0-1. That time brings some heat on it, finds the bottom half, strike 2. Konzak was looking for second base that time around. He had to, should have probably hung around first, got him out there. 0-2 count to Konzak. Quinn delivers. Curveball, high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Toledo a 2-1 lead. Ball State, they need a quick inning as there is some activity in the Rocket bullpen, a little bit in the Cardinal bullpen as well. 1-2 from Quinn. Curveball in the dirt. They're looking over to see if Konzak checked his swing. He did keep it in check indeed. We're even at 2 now. Konzak barely even moving the bat that time around, but you always have to make sure. The 2-2 to Konzak. Back to it. A bouncer off of the pitcher's mound, ricocheting into center field. Konzak rounding first base. A single for Konzak as now Charlie Chauvin steps into the box for Toledo. First hit allowed for Owen Quinn today. All in all, the Cardinals pitchers have allowed 8 hits to Toledo. Righty on righty R matchup with Konzak on first base. Chauvin on the day is 0 for 3. Here's the first pitch from Quinn. He hesitates. Now a pickoff move on Konzak, not in time. Despite Konzak only having 1 stolen bag this season, Quinn knows what Konzak was trying to do earlier in this contest, trying to be aggressive. Quinn a deep breath. Now the first pitch to Chauvin on his way, potentially. Nope, pickoff move, not in time. Back to back on Konzak. Wind blowing out to the right softly. It's getting a bit foggy here. An extremely overcast day here in Muncie. The first pitch. Goes curveball on the outside. Arnold throws the first after the fact. Beavis unable to tag up on Konzak. 1 ball, no strikes. Quinn going with the curveball high and away. Quinn looks down, looks over to his right at first base. The 1-0. Curveball misses low and away. 2 balls now, no strikes on Charlie Chauvin, who has a .377 on base percentage. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Toledo leads 2-1. Quinn looks down. Now his 2-0 delivery. Curveball catches it on the outside part for strike 1. 2-1 count. Home plate umpire looking to his right said something to Luke Walton. It looks like he said, watch what he's saying. That is interesting. I wonder what was coming out of the mouth of Luke Walton on the on-deck circle for Toledo. 2-1 from Quinn. Curveball inside for a ball. Konzak was ready to take off. Stopped himself in his tracks. 3-1 count. I think he knew that Arnold had the beat on him there. 3-1 pitch on the way. Back to the curveball. It's in the dirt. Chauvin walks. So with 1 out here in the top of the 8th, Toledo leads 2-1. And Luke Walton, the left-handed batter, is up. Rich Maloney and the entire Cardinal infield will meet with Owen Quinn. Could this be the end of his day? That's the question. It seems like it is as everybody comes out of the dugout for the Ball State Cardinals. And that'll do it for Owen Quinn today. Up next is Luke Walton for the Rockets. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
We continue on with top of the 8th action. Toledo leads 2-1 over Ball State. Runners on first and second with Luke Walton to the plate. Cardinals going to their 5th arm of the day. And it will be John Chambers. Chambers a 6.7 ERA on the season. A 1-0 record to his name. Chambers had the save on Tuesday night in Rich Maloney's 1,000th career win as the Cardinals took it home against Purdue Fort Wayne 13-10. This time around, Chambers looking to continue the clutch factor. As here in this top of the 8th, Ball State, they're running out of breathing room, looking to try and sweep the Rockets. And for Toledo, looking to avoid the sweep, and for them, avoid falling to 4 losses in a row. Currently a 5-12 record for Toledo, 1-4 in the MAC, not what anyone in the Rockets circle would possibly hope for or even expect. Luke Walton, the left-handed batter, steps into the box for the Rockets. Walton, he is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. Righty on lefty. Chambers sets it up. Looks back on second to pitch. Goes fastball upstairs. Ball 1. Chambers a 1-0 record on the year. Here's his 1-0. Slider misses low and straight away for ball 2. a lot of these guys, really outside of Owen Quinn and Alex Burden, and the entire weekend series have been using that slider to their advantage. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chambers continues on. Rockets with 1 in scoring position on second, another on first. The 2-1. Slider low and in. 3-1 count. Due up for Toledo. It's Troy Sudbrook, who had a solo home run his last time around. Here's the 3-1. Slider just catches the zone on the bottom half. Full count now. Luke Walton was ready to take off for first base and have the bases be loaded. Full count. Time called as Chambers steps off of the rubber. We continue on with a 3-2 count. Chambers looks down. Now he's ready to fire it away with 10 on the pitch clock. Here it comes. Popped in the air to left field. Nobody in the general vicinity. It gets down. Rockets bring in another insurance run. They're looking for another one. Throw to home. Not in time. 4-1 Toledo. Luke Walton, the RBI double. The Rockets are looking to pull away with this one, and they are looking to get their first win over the Cardinals in this weekend series.
Third baseman Troy Sudbrook.
John Chambers has to collect himself now against Troy Sudbrook, with Walton on second after Luke Walton's 2-run RBI double. The first pitch. Goes fastball, catches the bottom half of the zone, strike 1. Troy Sudbrook, what a day he's had for Toledo. In both games, he has been clutch. The 0-1. Fastball low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 1 out in the top of the 8th. The last 2 innings have been absolute nightmares for the Cardinals. 4-1 Rocket advantage. The 1-1. He goes fastball, misses low. A 2-1 count now. John Chambers, who was the hero on Tuesday night, coming in with the save against Purdue Fort Wayne. Now looking to battle back in a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Went slider. He got him there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Troy Sudbrook with Braden White on deck for Toledo. Runner on second. And Walton. The pitch. He got him with the chase. Sudbrook retired, now 1 out away from getting out of this top of the 8th inning.
Catcher Braden White.
Now Braden White, who's 1 for 3 on the day, righty on righty, our matchup. White has solo home run yesterday out into left center. The first pitch, the fastball misses low and away. We begin with an 0-1 count with Cole Cahill on deck for Toledo as well. Runner on second and Walton after his 2-run RBI double. Chambers 1-0, just above the glove of Zafoski, the second baseman, and all the way to the warning track. There's another run for the Rockets. That'll be a double. Braden White, RBI double, 5-1 Toledo. 3 runs giving up in this 8th inning. Cardinals, it's getting more and more out of reach as we continue on with this inning. Zafoski, the second baseman for the Cardinals, tried to leap up to get it just out of reach over his glove. Cole Cahill is now up. One of the last guys you want to see if you're John Chambers at this point. The first baseman batting .279. Today he's 2 for 3. With a runner on second. 5-1 Toledo over the Cardinals. The first pitch. He goes with the slider inside for ball one. Cahill being one of the mainstays on this team. The 1-0. Fastball blows by him, swing and a miss 1-1. I'm sure head coach Rob Reinsettle of the Rockets is hoping that Cahill can continue to be a big part of this roster. Only a sophomore, 1-1. Misses down low. 2 balls, 1 strike on Cahill, the first baseman for Toledo. On deck, it's Trey Mariano, the DH, with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. 5-1 Toledo. 2-1, swing and a miss, blows by him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Rockets have come alive with all of their 5 runs coming in the last 2 innings. Chambers, he gets his signs from Arnold. Now he's ready to fire on a 2-2. There's a shot into deep right field, chasing after it, out of room, it's Jacobs. Brings in a run for Toledo, and he's going all the way for third. The throw is off the mark, and it gets away from Grego, and he's going to stay at third. That's an RBI triple for Cole Cahill, 6-1 Toledo. 4 runs in this top of the 8th inning for the Rockets. Absolutely absurd. Now Trey Mariano steps up, the right-handed batter for Toledo. And once we get out of this top of the 8th inning, Toledo will be 6 outs away from getting their first win here in Muncie since 2021. Over 4 years, a lot has changed in that time for both programs. The Cardinals in that span have won 2 MAC titles. Righty on righty, here's the first pitch. Slider misses low and away for ball 1. Mariano remaining patient. He has a sac fly to his name today. 1-0. Back to it, right down the middle for strike 1 on the slider. 1-1 count with a runner on third. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. 6-1 Toledo jumping on the Cardinals. 1-1. Back to the breaking ball, misses low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. John Chambers really trying to fight his way back. For Rich Maloney, I'm sure the number 1 goal is to get out of this 8th inning, and then we'll take it from there. 2-1. Brings the heat, swing and a miss. 2-2. Chambers is now 1 strike away of getting out of this nightmare of a top of the 8th inning with Luke Leto on deck for the Rockets. The 2-2. He got the swing and miss on the outside. Chambers with the strikeout. And that'll bring us into the bottom of the 8th inning. Toledo is 6 outs away from putting the Cardinals away. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Toledo is 6 outs away from putting this one away. 6-1 Rocket lead. On the mound for Toledo, their third pitcher of the day, and a familiar face for those who have tuned into this weekend series, Brendan McCune. McCune, he pitched on Friday, and that was a rough day for the Rockets. They got run ruled in 7 innings. Only got one batter out that day, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, did not strike out anybody. McCune on the season with a 4.4 ERA. Nonetheless, he has been one of the most reliable options for Toledo. Nick Hasofsky into the box for the Cardinals. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Righty on righty. First pitch. He goes fastball, fouls it off behind him hard to the right. We begin 0-1 to Nick Hasofsky, the senior second baseman. 0-1 to him. Low and away with the breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hasofsky. A .323 average going into this weekend series. The 1-1 from McCune. Curveball fouls it back behind him all the way to the backstop. The 1-2 count to Hasofsky. In his second season after transferring in from San Diego Mesa College. The 1-2. Low and away fastball. We're now even at 2 as we open up this bottom of the 8th inning where the Cardinals, they're running out of breathing room. They trail 6-1, 2-2. Fastball is cranked in the air to right field and foul territory. Chasing after it, runs out of room as it goes out of play. 2-2 the count. Nick Hasofsky, before his time at San Diego Mesa College, was from Romano High School. Played second base there all 4 years. The 2-2. Fastball unable to catch it low and away. Full count now. Cardinals looking for a leadoff walk potentially. Ball State, they've been no strangers to big comebacks this year. 3-2. Bouncer right up the gut. Hasofsky, a leadoff single for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 8th. Now up comes the hero in the last game, Garrett Arnold, with a runner on first. Nobody out. A 6-1 Toledo advantage. McCune takes a deep breath as we continue on to begin this righty-on-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch to Arnold. Goes with the slider, misses below the zone. 1 ball, no strikes on Arnold, who so far in the second game today is 0 for 3. However, as we mentioned, he was the hero in game 1 of this doubleheader. 1-0 to Arnold. Goes curveball low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Now on Garrett Arnold, the transfer from Newman. Newman out in Kansas. But before that, growing up in the San Jose area out in California. Talk about a transition. 2-0 fastball inside for a strike. I caught up with Garrett Arnold on a Inside the Chirp episode, and what he said was that it took a little bit of getting used to going from the California sun to where he was at Newman. Now the 2-1. Curveball hammers it foul in the air on the right side. We move to 2-2 on Arnold. But nonetheless, he's been loving it here in Muncie in his first season at the Division I level. And boy, oh boy, is he excelling. Batting .422, 2-2. Curveball goes foul to the right. We continue on with a 2-2 count to Garrett Arnold. Bottom of the 8th inning, Ball State with a 6-1 deficit to Toledo. Nick Hasofsky on first base for the Cardinals. 2-2 to Arnold. Curveball in the dirt. Braden White almost loses control of it. Hasofsky staying put at first. Arnold staying put in the 3-2 count. McCune looks over at first. Now the 3-2 to Arnold. On its way. A bouncer on the right side gets past Lusick, the second baseman, as he dives for it. It's into right field. Sliding into third, it's Hasofsky. Garrett Arnold, the single. Runners on the corners, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Now Corbin Griffin into the box for the Cardinals, a left-handed batter against McCune, the righty pitcher. And Rob Reinstedel, he's running out to the mound, the head coach of Toledo, the entire infield greeting Brennan McCune. For Reinstedel, he's got nobody in the bullpen right now, but it's got to be all pedal to the metal, especially when you're looking to avoid falling to your 4th straight loss. Reinstedel heading back to the dugout, letting McCune, hopefully for Toledo, round out this bottom of the 8th inning. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners and Corbin Griffin in the box. Reinstedel in year 6 with Toledo. Previously to that, he was an assistant at Western Kentucky, among other places, as well as an associate scout for the Dodgers in 2001. Up comes Corbin Griffin, left-handed batter with the righty pitcher McCune. First pitch to Griffin on its way. He goes with the fastball, misses well below the zone for ball 1. Corbin Griffin so far on the day is 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the 1-0 on its way. Curveball finds the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike on Griffin. One swing of the bat can change this game, however. Griffin, who has hit home runs in back-to-back games, can make this 6-4 potentially. 1-1. Misses just outside. 2-1 count. Griffin on the season, 4 home runs, 2 of them coming in the last 2 games. Really finding his groove. 2-1 from McCune. Popped up in the air, foul on the left side. We continue with a 2-2 count to Corbin Griffin. The sac fly is certainly in play with Hasofsky over at third base. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 to Griffin on its way. Hard hit ground ball to second. Lusick underhands it to the second base bag. The double play to first. He got him. However, the Cardinals do bring in a run. Despite getting the double play for the Rockets, it is now a 6-2 ball game. Little 4-6-3 action right there.
First baseman Blake Beavis.
Blake Beavis, righty on righty. Here in this bottom of the 8th. First pitch. Looks at it for ball 1. Cardinals now, they are down to 4 outs. 1-0 to Beavis. Curveball is hammered deep left field, going back towards the foul pole, and it just stays in on the third base line. But now they're going to say Walton actually made the catch as he was ducked behind that wall there. Luke Walton, what an effort. Cardinals are down to their final 3 outs as we head into the 9th inning. Toledo 6-2 they lead. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Top of the ninth inning, Toledo holds a 6-2 lead over Ball State. Cardinals are down to their final 3 outs. However, it will be Luke Leto set to lead us off for the Rockets. The Cardinals, in the last 2 innings, have allowed 6 runs to the Rockets, 4 in that top of the 8th. Ball State held at one point a 1-0 lead throughout most of this game, despite getting a run on the board in the bottom of the 8th. Run support has not been there for the most part, and it's 6-2 our current score. Luke Leto stepping into the box for Toledo. Leto so far on the day, he is 0 for 3. And for Ball State, they do have a change out there. It'll be their 6th arm they've used today. It's Brendan Garza, the freshman from Michigan, out there. And more than likely will be the final arm Rich Maloney uses today. A 4-year letter winner out at Mattawan High School. He was first team All-State out in Michigan. Big time arm with a lot of potential for Rich Maloney and his squad. So far this season, though, in 3 appearances, he's pitched a combined 2 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. Right-handed pitcher against the lefty batter in Leto. Leto going into this doubleheader, batting 130. He's 8th in the lineup for Toledo. The first pitch. Swing and a miss. Garza goes fastball early. We start off 0-1. For the Cardinals, it looks like their 8-game winning streak, chances are, will come to an end right here. But still, what a ride it's been. 0-1 from Garza. Gets past him into the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one was well inside. It makes you wonder what the approach will be as we head into the bottom of the 9th after this for the Cardinals, if the score remains the same or if Toledo adds more of a cushion to their already 4-run lead. 1-1. Slider down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Very hard, really, for any team, for that matter, to get 3 wins in a row in a weekend series, especially against a conference opponent. 2-1. Goes to the fastball, finds the strike zone on the outside part of the plate. 2-2. That walk-off to begin the day for Garrett Arnold, it made you wonder how it would affect Toledo. And to the Rockets' credit, they have rallied back and have gotten themselves into this contest. 2-2, fastball high and away, full count. Now we're at a point where Toledo, they're 3 outs away from winning this game. Full count at the plate. Brendan Garza dealing the 3-2. It's a bouncer on the first base line, going well foul into the Toledo dugout. Toledo will more than likely bring Ball State's 5-game winning streak against them to an end. certainly righting that wrong. 3-2. Fastball got him looking. Garza for the first out in the top of the ninth. The backwards Ks have been everywhere for both teams today. Bottom of the order, it's Brandon Lusick. He's 0 for 3 today for Toledo. Righty on righty with Garza on Lusick. Two pretty young guys, one on the mound, one in the box. Lusick, a sophomore, Garza, a freshman. The first pitch. He goes fastball inside for a ball. Game not completely out of reach for the Cardinals, but still, it's good to have a freshman showcase like they're having right now for Brendan Garza. He takes a deep breath. Now his 1-0 delivery. Fouls it down on the slider. 2-0 count. And for a lot of Cardinals fans, this is kind of a sneak peek to what we're going to see throughout the future of Ball State baseball. Even just this year, a lot of great names on this roster graduating. Now you look towards the future, and one of those guys is Brendan Garza right there on the mound. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out. Righty on righty here in the top of the ninth. First pitch. The 1-1 slider misses low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody aboard for Toledo. 6-2, the Rockets are out in front. Here's Garza on the 2-1. Goes fastball inside for a strike. The true test for Brendan Garza will be the top of the order, which will come up after Lusick. Garza looks down. Now he sets it up. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. The third career strikeout for Brendan Garza right there. 2 up, 2 down for him. Now back to the top of the order with Caden Konzak and what will more than likely be Konzak's final at-bat of the series. So far today, he's 3 for 4. First pitch. Swing and a miss inside. A nasty slider from Brendan Garza. That one absolutely filthy as it moved inside on him. 0-1 count with 2 away in the top of the ninth. Garza deals. Back to the slider, trying to build that tunnel, but it misses inside right above the belt line to Konzak. 1 ball, 1 strike. With Shloven in the on-deck circle for Toledo. The 1-1 from Garza on the way. Goes to the fastball, fouled off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going back to the weather, though, we were expecting rain around 3 o'clock. We have not gotten that since. It rained earlier in this contest. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Brendan Garza striking out the side. The freshman putting on a show in the top of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth, Ball State down to their final 3 outs. They trail 6-2. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Bottom of the ninth, Ball State trailing 6-2 to Toledo. Brendan McCune looking to close this out for the Rockets, which would give Toledo their second MAC victory of the season. Going into this series, they were 1-3 in MAC play. Now 1-5, looking to make it 2-5. Their lone MAC win came against Miami of Ohio. Clay Jacobs steps into the box for the Cardinals. First pitch to Jacobs. He goes fastball down the middle for strike one to start us off. Looking ahead for the Cardinals, however, you're looking at Tuesday, a matchup against Valparaiso. 0-1, tried to blow it by him, but it's outside, 1-1. Tuesday against Valparaiso right here at Chebeck Stadium at 3 o'clock. 1-1 from McCune on the way. Back to it, it's up high. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jacobs, the left-handed batter. Then on Wednesday, get a matchup against Butler. 2 midweek matchups. 2-1 is rocketed into deep left center field, and it's caught for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth. Toledo 2 outs away from putting an end to this one.
Center fielder Gavin Bayless.
Now Gavin Bayless in the 9th spot steps into the box for the Cardinals. Righty on, righty R matchup. Brendan McCune having a bounce back day. First pitch goes fastball inside for a strike. 0-1. In the previous innings, he was going with more of his breaking stuff, really more of that slider. But this time around, going with the fastball. 0-1. Back to it, misses low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looking ahead for Toledo, though, on Tuesday, they're on the road taking on Wright State. But this upcoming weekend, they have a 3-game weekend series at home against Ohio. 1-1 fastball up high. 2-1 the count. And for Toledo, going into this upcoming weekend series, Wright State will definitely be a heat check after this matchup against the Cardinals. The 2-1 goes fastball, hard hit ground ball to second. Lusick, he collects it, sends it to first. 1 out away now. Cardinals go to the top of the order with Alex Richter as Toledo looks to put Ball State away. Cardinals more than likely will not get the clean sweep that they want. However, still winning 2 out of 3 games in the MAC in a weekend series, fairly impressive. Wind slowly blowing out to the right. The first pitch to Richter. Fastball low and away, misses. Despite the Cardinals being down to their final out here, being down 4 runs, they are not going to give up. You know that. 1-0 fastball misses low. 2-0 the count. And for Ball State, after their midweek matchups, this weekend, a weekend series on the road at Xavier. Richter, a moonshot into right field. Kiss it goodbye. Alex Richter leaves the yard. 3 straight games.
For the 5th time this year.
6-3 now. That's the 4th time in the last 5 games that Richter has left the yard. 6-3. Now Houston King steps up. It's a 3-run ball game. You're down to your last out, but still, it's hard to give up hope as rain is starting to shower down just a little bit, a light drizzle. First pitch to the lefty King is outside. We begin 1-0. Richter elevating that deep. You knew it immediately off of the bat. 1-0 from McCune to King. Popped up in the air into left foul territory. He's on it. Sudbrook for the 3rd out. Toledo, despite giving up the solo shot to Richter, just before the rain comes, Toledo finishes it out. And that'll do it for us right here for this weekend series. Toledo wins with a final score of 6-3 over the Ball State Cardinals. Ball State wins 2 of the 3 in the weekend series, including in big-time fashion in Game 1 of this doubleheader, taking down Toledo with a walk-off from Garrett Arnold. Well, Cardinals do split the doubleheader, and it's hard to be extremely excited, especially after you lose Game 2 of the doubleheader, but still, Ball State got the job done in a sense. Winning 2 of the 3 in any kind of MAC series is huge, and the Cardinals did just that. However, Toledo gets a little bit of momentum. Their 4-game losing streak has been snapped, and they move to 6-12 on the season, heading into a Tuesday matchup on the road against Wright State. For the Cardinals, they'll be back in action Tuesday at 3 o'clock at Shebeck Stadium right here, taking on Valparaiso. After that on Wednesday, they will be back here again hosting Butler, and then this weekend traveling to Xavier. That'll do it for our broadcast. It's been a fun weekend of baseball here from Shebeck Stadium. Final score, Toledo 6, Ball State 3. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Roen Elbert. Good night, Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.